Yo, peace and blessings. This is thunnybrown from the newsflashnetwork. It's Friday, March 27th, about 5 p.m. I wanted to talk to y'all about some serious things today. I wanted to talk to y'all and get into some of this coronavirus. I know y'all being oversaturated with it, bombarded with it. It's on every channel. It's on every news network. But every news network, not the network for you. I mean, every news network not going to talk to you the way I'm going to talk to you, give it to you the way I'm going to give it to you. You know what I mean? This is for us, by us. You know what I mean? It's for everybody. But I'm talking to y'all specifically. You know what I mean? Like mine, alike. It's a lot of things that y'all need to be up to date on. It's a lot of things I need y'all on top of. We need to be on top of. I need to be on top of. And I can't stress it with enough importance right now. This situation that we in right now is real. It's really real. This is not a joke. This is not a game. And y'all got to take it for what it is, man. We'll get into this right now, man. I'm going to hit y'all right now with the coronavirus updates. The virus, which originated in Wuhan, China, rose to over 77,000 with over 2,595 deaths in China. Italy now has over 80,000 confirmed cases with over 8,000 deaths. Included with that, 51 doctors have died from the virus. Today alone in Italy, 969 dead, one day. The United States is now the epicenter of the virus. Where it was China reigning supreme with the numbers and those affected and dying, and then it switched over and Italy took the belt from there. The United States is now the epicenter of the virus and has over 95,000 confirmed cases with over 1,500 deaths, and over 300 of those were today. Now I'm talking to y'all right now from New York City, my city, the heart of the city, the rotten apple. Now, typically we say the rotten apple, but it's really rotten right now. New York City now has over 23,000 confirmed cases with over 519 deaths, with 100 of those deaths happened in one night. 13 of those deaths were in Elmhurst Hospital in Queens yesterday. An eyewitness reported seeing patients die in the waiting room waiting to be seen. An eyewitness reported seeing patients die in the waiting room waiting to be seen. Globally, worldwide, there are over 500,000, 500,000 confirmed cases with over 26,000 deaths. Since this has started way back in December, since this began, the coronavirus pandemic, globally, there are over 500,000, which is 500,000 confirmed cases worldwide with over 26,000 deaths. Now, Maryland, Detroit, and Louisiana will potentially become the next hotspots with explosions in confirmed cases and deaths. Now, when the first cases in the U.S. were diagnosed, the president and his supporters downplayed it, saying that the numbers were going down. Way, way down, in his words. And that the global pandemic was a ploy by those against him to get him out of the White House. Another ploy, another plot, another scheme. In New York City, a 48-year-old male nurse that suffered from asthma has died from the virus. A janitor in NYPD, the police department, has died. 11% of the police department and fire department are home, out sick, self-quarantined. The numbers are going up so rapidly that I had to update this 3 times while writing it over the past 2 hours. Now, currently lines are out the door and down the block at multiple hospitals in the city and state. Medical professionals and facilities are overrun with not enough beds, ventilators, staff, or protective gear. Healthcare professionals are staying healthcare professionals are stating that they are reusing and recycling masks and protective equipment. Reusing and recycling masks and protective equipment, possibly contaminating themselves or others in the process. Being told to take them home and wash them out and put them in Ziploc bags. And this is set to get worse before it gets better. Now, I want y'all to understand also what's happening to the people that's sick, people that's afflicted with other medical conditions, illnesses and ailments, people that, ladies and women and queens that are giving birth at this crazy time. There's people are sick and can't have visitors in the hospital. If you got loved ones in the rehabilitation centers, loved ones and elderly, your elders are in nursing homes, you cannot visit them. You got people suffering from other illnesses in the hospital, you cannot visit them. Loved ones are dying and funerals cannot be attended. Women are giving birth alone because no one is allowed in the delivery room. Nurses potentially exposed to the viruses are now caring for the newborn babies. Non-violent prisoners, young and elderly, are being released to avoid getting the virus themselves and contaminating and spreading it. And school is over. Public school in the United States and possibly worldwide is over for the rest of the school year. A $2 trillion stimulus plan was just passed. This is nothing any of us has seen in our lifetime. None of us have seen anything like this in our lifetime. Life is different right now. Life is different and forever will be after this. And if we want to survive it, we have to do things differently until we get a handle on this. Now, one of the better things about this entire situation is that as easy as the coronavirus spreads, COVID-19, as easy as it spreads and can be spread to other persons and other people can contract it, just as easily we could stop the spread of this. What we need as many of us as possible that can. Y'all got to stay home. You know what I mean? Partying, party done. Party done. Don't worry about being out. Don't worry about socializing. You can't go to the restaurants and bars anyway. They shut down unless you picking up an order, getting something delivered. And I don't even know who want to be taking them chances. I'd rather prepare mine at home. Now, this is nothing that we used to, nothing that we know. Unless it's been a problem with someone in our lives, that would be the only time we looking not to deal with that person. We normally used to shaking hands, handshakes, high fives, saying what's up, hugs, kisses, seeing our loved ones, all of that. Done. Over right now. Over for right now. We need y'all to stay away from each other. We got access to the parks, but don't get it twisted. You can't be at the park playing a full-court basketball game. You can't be at the park with the entire soccer team running up and down the field. You can't be at the park playing tag. Can't be going to the pizza shop. But we got to go get food, man. Those are some of the chances that we got to take. And it's sad to say that that's what the situation is. Taking a chance to go get food. You taking a chance to go get medical care. I looked at the line. They got them standing on line outside in the wintertime with their masks on, standing 7 feet apart. Line down the block around the corner trying to get in. And they probably having symptoms where it was hard for them to breathe. There's not enough beds. Not enough ventilators. I just heard a doctor say now, a ventilator, it sounds good, it's going to keep you alive, but it's going to possibly do damage at the same time because it's forcing air inside your lungs. Same time, while you on this ventilator, this is the jewels the doctor just dropped, the gems. I need y'all to take these, hold them, polish them up, put them in your pocket, and anytime you bump into somebody, you know, pull them out and put them onto it. The doctor just said the ventilators are not going to help people. The reason why they're not helping people, they only keeping you alive as a temporary fix. The only reason that it's not good, well, the reason that why it's not going to help or cure you is because there's nothing taking away from the viral load, meaning the amount of the virus that's in your body. There is no medicine. There's no medicine to treat the coronavirus. Whatever you heard, false. There's no medicine to treat the coronavirus. Now, a doctor out in France, he put out a report stating that ibuprofen, if taken for any of the coronavirus symptoms, could possibly have an adverse effect, making it worse. So it is suggested that if you're trying to treat any of the symptoms associated with the coronavirus, it is suggested that you use Tylenol or one of the other drugs that is not ibuprofen. I can't stress to y'all enough, man. Like I said, like I seen one of the people's put up on social media the other day. They put up on social media like, yo, all of a sudden this virus came out of the blue. This, that, and the virus didn't come out of the blue. Now, I know a lot of y'all don't tune into the news. A lot of y'all busy watching your shows, living your life. You know what I mean? Watching some of your Law and Order, Banshee. You know what I mean? I personally be watching Project Blue Book. You know what I mean? We all living our lives watching our shows, but at the same time, we got to tune in and stay in tune. Even if you're not on social media, then you got to do word of mouth. Then you got to hit them telephones. I mean, we need to know what's going on. Like, back in the days, we didn't have the ability to know what was going on in the world and what could possibly be affecting us, what could possibly be affecting somebody else might end up possibly affecting us in the near future. We didn't have those capabilities long ago. It took time for that word to get around. And that chances are that by the time the word got around, it already hit the fan. Got on everybody. But right now, due to the advancements in technology, we got those abilities and we got to use those. Stay in touch, stay in the loop. Information that you coming upon, well, there's a little bit of truth in everything. Information that you coming upon, send it. Everybody read it, research it, can formulate your own opinions. It's half truth in everything you see and everything you hear. And we got to take it all in, formulate our own opinions, and come up with the best plan of action to take care of us and our families and our future. Something else I wanted to touch on real quick. Now, don't fall for the myth that the COVID-19, the coronavirus, is only affecting those that's younger. Those younger are at risk. Those elder are at risk. Those with compromised immune system are at risk. Don't only just fall for that and take that for gospel. Treat it like any and everybody could get it. Treat it like you could get it, because the fact remains that anybody could get it and can have it and can possibly have no symptoms. But that don't state that you can't pass it to somebody else. You could have it, have no symptoms, but still be able to pass it to somebody else who probably body might not react the same way yours is. The way that you might be up and moving with it and out at work and still doing your regular 1-2. Somebody else might be down for the count. I mean, now, in a boxing match, you go down for the count, and eventually you expect that person to get up. Not with this. I already talked to, personally, a couple of friends. Between 3 friends that I spoke with, collectively, all together, they have lost over 10 people since this has started. 10 people they know and love are not here anymore including one of the homies from DTF Radio last night, due to complications arising and surrounding this situation and pandemic that we're going through, affecting the entire world. Now, when it first began and started, like I said, I've been seeing and hearing about this since December, and watched it travel from China and overseas and Asia to Europe, Italy, to make the jump to the US late January. Late January, they makes the jump here. And we had time to react, but didn't. Everybody was taking it light, thinking it couldn't affect them. I personally, even in the space of that, myself went out a time or two. But that I cannot front. Knowing what I know, the entire time I was out, I was nervous. People was talking. I'm trying not to even breathe. I'm holding my breath while they talking, and they finish talking. I turn my head and take a breath. Yeah, well, it's that serious. Now, what I'm going to do right now, I just want to get into, like, you know, some of the different timelines. I already told y'all this has been, like, the first person was that contracted a sickness, because it didn't even have a name at that point when the first person got it. Didn't even have a name. They didn't know what it was. And when the reports came back that it wasn't H1N1 or SARS or any of those, that it was something from the coronavirus family, that's when it was dubbed the coronavirusnyc, Noella. Same time, I think I done touched upon just about everything out there that I could be giving y'all and keeping y'all abreast of. I don't want to hold y'all too long. You know what I mean? And once again, it's going to get worse before it get better. We just in the start of this right now for us. You know what I mean? I done gave y'all the numbers. Wheel the thing. Rewind it back. Do your own homework. Go ahead. All of this information is available to us now. There's some other things I want to touch on in regards to, you know, revelations. Things that they talk about in the Bible, things that they talk about in the Quran, and in relation to those things, in effect, and in relation to what we're going through right here, right now. But once again, we're going to get into that another time. Once again, this is thunnybrown from the newsflashnetwork. I need y'all to stay awake, keep your eyes open, and do not sleepwalk through life. It's half truth in everything you see and hear. Question everything. Settle for nothing. I need all of y'all out there to stay safe and healthy right now. Make sure y'all practicing social distancing, and you know what I mean, stay at home, man. For real. Stay at home, man. Peace and blessings.